What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. This is a surprise live tonight. I decided to come and do another live tonight, guys, because I saw some more things that I wanted to talk about tonight that I think is very important to go over. So I decided to come on. And plus, I don't have anything else to do. I just got home and I actually was thinking about this live all day. Once this information came on my phone and I was listening to it, I just wanted to come on and talk about it to keep you guys abreast of certain things. Okay. So how y'all doing? How was your Saturday? How's your Saturday night going? Hey Elisa, what's up with you? Hey BCW, what's up with you? Now let me let y'all know before we go on. I know it's some trolls already here, okay? However, trolls, you know who I'm talking to. Keep it cool because I'm looking at my chat tonight. I'm just gonna block. It won't even be nothing said. I'm just blocking, and you can come back and underneath different profiles. I'm just gonna block, 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 block. My name is Blocker. That's what my name today. Block, block, blocker. That's my name. Okay. Because it's other ways I can do this. I'm trying to do it this way though. But so be cool, act like you got some sense and you can stay over here. My channel is not a channel to be playing around with anyway, okay? Because I'm actually trying to do some real good stuff, keep you guys abreast of certain information so you can know it, and that's what it's all about. It's not about all that foolishness on this channel, all right? Point blank, you take that stuff somewhere else, okay? Because we're not doing that over here. I never did it before, all these years I've been on YouTube, and I'm not going to start doing it, okay? Point blank. But anyway, like I was saying, guys, I hope your Saturday was good. I hope your night is going good. I hope you did some fun stuff. I went to work today. I still enjoyed myself, didn't feel too good today, just like I didn't yesterday. You guys didn't know it because I have a headache. Anytime I stay up late continuously, I'll get a headache. And so I'm going to have to start going to bed on time, so I can get enough sleep so I can stop getting these little headaches and stuff, And the sad thing about it is when I get a headache, I still function like normal. And that's the thing. And that's why I think I can just go to bed, you know what I'm saying, whenever I want to, because I don't really, I have a headache, but I still function. I can still do whatever I need to do and just go on with the day, Let me look at this thing on here real quick, y'all. Okay. I don't know why these people sending me this. I really don't. But yeah. So y'all, don't forget to thumbs up this video tonight. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed and hit that bell notification. And if you watch this in the replay, y'all, you can go ahead and just leave a comment if you like. And just thank you for tuning in to Shay's Tube. I couldn't even say it. I always be hoarse. Okay. You got nausea. Okay, Lisa. Well, I hope you feel better. You have a cold. Okay. Yeah, I just got a headache from being up. That's it. And I have hypertension, so that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So tonight, y'all, I am going to cover breaking news, but not right now. But what we're going to do, we're going to talk about some more missing people because some interesting cases came up on my phone when I was out today. And I actually watched the videos on YouTube, and I was like, wow, man, this is a daggone mess. All of these people, kids, people of all race and genders just missing, and they don't even know where these people are at. And then some people was obviously might have been killed or something, but they can't, they don't have enough evidence to charge people that they think might have had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? That's a daggone shame. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about a few cases tonight. I think there's only going to be like 4. Okay. And I think 1 or 2 may be kids. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But the first one that I do want to talk about is not her. It's going to be this other girl. Not her. Not him. It's going to be Relisha. Relisha Rudd. And I'm saying her name correctly because other people pronounced her name incorrect. And then I guess the person who did the original article, they actually put the pronunciation here so we can say it correct. Because I guess that her relatives or parents might have saw the video and corrected them. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look at that one tonight, Elisa. Thank you for telling me. We may look at that real quick if we have enough chance. If we have enough time. So we're going to check out, let me go ahead and get her story up. Relisha Rudds first, because This one right here was a trip, and I want y'all to hear this. And I actually, you know that case? Okay. I actually was watching a video. I don't want to play the video on here. I'm going to tell you about it, and then I may play a little because it's, I don't know, it's something that you have to do when you play videos and stuff, because mine's be like glitching up and stuff, you know, and then you can't hear me and all this other stuff. Now I can play it on my phone if you guys can see it, but we'll see how we can do that until I figure out how to do it successfully on StreamYard. Now I know if I use what's the other one called? Not StreamYard, it's another Stream something. If I use that one, it shows up real good, but that's a little bit more complicated to use. That's why so many people use this one right here. But there's another one you can use too, and it has more stuff on it, more features and things like that. Now, if I need to change over to that to block people from coming to my chat that's trolling, I will do that because they have more features on that one. So let's go ahead and look up Relisha Rudd's case, okay? I want to say her name correctly because I don't need them kind of correcting me about her name. Let's see. It's Relisha. Okay. And y'all, everything in this video is protected by the Fair Use Copyright Act of 1976, which allows us to use certain things for entertainment purposes, for research, educational, and to give opinions. And there's something else we can use it for too, but I always forget what it is. But anyway, that disclaimer will be below and also in my bio of this video. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Let me do this real quick. Believe it or not, when I get on here, my headache go away. That's pretty good. Believe it or not. Let me see. I'm spelling her name all wrong, y'all. Just a trip. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the backstory of her, and I want to show you what she looked like on this picture real quick, y'all. I know one thing. Let me see. Start camera. That's her right there, okay? Cute little girl, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get to this, okay? So, how you pronounce her name again? Let me look at it. Relisha Rudd was an 8-year-old girl who went missing in Washington, D.C. in February 2014 and has not been found. Rudd had been living in the D.C. General Shelter with her mother when she was befriended by janitor Cahill Tatum, a former felon. And at the time when she was friended by this janitor, I think that he was pretending to be some type of psychiatrist or something like that. I think that's what I heard last time. Wait a minute, I did the wrong person. Hold on, y'all. And I actually, let me do this real quick, y'all. I did something wrong here. I don't know how I'm gonna do that out. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I thought I overheard that when I was watching the video earlier. I'm not sure. So we're gonna say allegedly. Let's finish reading this because I may have that wrong. But I thought that they said that the janitor pretended like he was some type of he went to school for psychology or something like that. Something. I can't. Hey, how you doing, Scott Sauce? I can't remember for sure. But let's go ahead and read this, and then we're gonna see. Okay. So it says, I don't want to use no Wikipedia. Let me go to an actual story because I do not want to read no Wikipedia. We're gonna go with the FBI. Okay. So Relisha, I got to say her name right. So again, this is her right here. Okay, let me show you what she looked like again. This is a better picture that we can see her very clearly. Okay, that's her cute girl, cute girl. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I'll let you know the FBI is offering a reward up to $25,000 for information leading to the location and return of missing then 8-year-old Relisha Rudd. Okay, now let's see what they're going to see. So they said they believe that Rudd was with 51-year-old Cahill Tatum. The Metropolitan Police Department confirmed on April the 1st, 2014, that Cahill Tatum was found deceased in the area of the Killyworth Park and Aquatic Gardens in Northeast Washington, D.C. And the search for Relisha Rudd continues. Now I'm going to tell you the story. I didn't know he killed. He I think he killed himself, but I didn't know that. Okay, because I thought before because I'm getting these cases mixed up, so maybe he did, but he didn't tell nobody if he did this or not. Okay, let's go ahead and look. Let's see. Let me find the actual stories. So this is what they say she may look like now. Let me show y'all. So she may look like this now because she would be like 30, I think 30 years old now. So they're thinking she may look like this still look like a child, but I don't know when they made this picture. Maybe this was when she got was a teenager. I don't know. Let me go see. No, it couldn't be because they just did this article in 2022. Okay, but anyway, let's go ahead and read this. So he did. He killed himself. Okay, so he killed himself. The dude that they suspect of doing this. I'm trying to find the actual article, y'all. Wait, be patient. Let's do this. Okay, let me read this one right here. This may be a better article right here to read. Okay, so she was last seen on March the 1st, 2014. Okay, so that is a picture of what she would be looking like. That's right, because she was 8. She would be 17 when they did this article, which I don't know if it was last year or whatever the case is. Yeah, it was last year. So she would be going on 18 now. So that picture that I showed you, that's what she would be looking like. Like I said, I looked at like 4 or 5 different articles, so I'm kind of mixing them up. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. Here we go right here. So she went missing from a homeless shelter in Northeast DC. Okay. Um, she was 8 years old. I'm trying to find the actual article. She was 8 years old when she was went missing. Okay. Relisha was last seen with a janitor at DC General Family Shelter where Relisha and her family lived. Okay, surveillance video captured the moments Relisha and Tatum were seen walking the halls of the shelter at a Holiday Inn Express. I got the wrong glasses on. Hold on, y'all. Damn. Okay, so I think I could pull that video back up too, where they show them doing all this. Okay. It wasn't until 18 days later that Relisha's school reported her missing after being absent for so many days. And that's really ridiculous right there, y'all. News of Relisha's disappearance was sent out on March the 20th, 2014, saying she was missing and that she was probably with Tatum. And the reason why they believe she was with Tatum is because her mom gave some type of I don't know, not I wouldn't say custody, but she let Relisha, her 8-year-old daughter, stay with Tatum because I guess she felt confident with him because I guess he was talking to the little girl, basically grooming the little girl or whatever the case is, and grooming the mom too to make her believe that he was okay, he could help her daughter and things like that. So the mom let her daughter stay with Tatum, from my understanding, if I didn't get this misunderstood, but that's what I remember. Now, between March the 1st and 18, no Amber Alert was sounded for Relisha Rudd. No national alert went out for her. It was a lot unaccounted for. Within those 18 days she was missing, nothing went out. Okay, let's see. What else they say here? Okay, let's go ahead. I want to go to the actual story because every time I just get all these updated things. I'm trying to see the original daggone article. Everything is so current. Let me see. They celebrate everything. I need to go to the original article. But I can start telling you because, like I said, I listened to this on YouTube. So, like I said before, the janitor started being the little girl's friend, which is very odd in his own. Okay. And the mom was all for that. She let the daughter stay with him. And, they said they believe the reason why the mom did that is because she believed that the man could provide a better living environment. Okay. And I guess at first everything was going good. Then all of a sudden, Relisha was missing days out of school. Okay. And so I guess they was trying to contact the mom. And then I guess the mom tried to figure out, contact Tatum. I can't remember if she was able to contact him or not. Hey, Missy, but I do know that Relisha missed a lot of days out of school, okay, point blank. And they could never talk to Tatum, the guy who allegedly took her and stuff, okay? And they said that they saw them walking in a store, I can't remember, or the airport or somewhere. But when they saw them walking together, Relisha and Tatum, everything, they both looked like they were okay. And they had bags in their hands and stuff like that. She didn't look like she was in stress or anything. Okay. They also said that Tatum bought some large trash bags and things like that. And like maybe a couple of days later, whatever the case is, I think that he killed his wife or something like that. I can't remember. And then a couple of days later after that, I guess he went on and killed the girl allegedly. Okay. And then he killed himself later on. So I'm going to find this original article so I can read this because I don't see the original article. Let's see. So let me see if this is right here because I see all these different stories and stuff. Like I said before, I be listening to the stuff when I'm driving and stuff, so it's like kind of hard sometimes to put stuff together while you out. You know what I'm saying? Let me view the article because this may give us more insight of what I was just saying about this girl. If it can come open, I don't know why they put this stuff up in here. You can't even get into the daggone article. It says view article and you can't even open it. Let me see. Okay, so let's see. View article, the Washington Post. Let me see if it'll come open. They won't even show. I'm trying to see before. Let me see. These people are ridiculous on these damn articles, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But you know what I found odd though, even though I know she, the mom, had confidence in the man and trusted him, I guess. I just find it very odd that she would let her daughter, the man, take care of her daughter. They were not related or anything else. I just find it very odd. I mean, because even though if she did believe that he can give her a better environment, why would you leave your daughter with a man? For real. I mean, for real. And we would just stay in a homeless shelter. You know what I'm saying? So this is a picture of her entire family, I believe. I think this is the entire family right here, if I'm not mistaken. And then maybe I can read the whole story because these people are shooting all around the story. I think this is the entire family. Okay. So let's see. So okay, let's see. So they said she had been through a lot in her young life. Um, at 8, before she became missing. Where she lived, she was always they was always insecure. They was always like worried where they're gonna live because I guess they was moving around a lot. I don't know. They was homeless a lot and so on. Um, but they said in this article, these challenges were not limited to Relisha. The adults in her immediate circle, her mom, Shamika, her grandmother, Melissa, her stepfather, Antonio, and Aunt Ashley, were all in poverty. Okay. And housing and family um, stability was at risk when they were young. Okay. So now they're going through the whole family so you can get a good understanding of what Relisha, I guess, was going through. Okay. So Melissa Young, Relisha's grandmother, says that she had a very bad relationship with her own mother growing up. Young says her mother struggled with her mental health, leaving Melissa to do many things that parents typically do, like cooking, cleaning, and paying the bills. All right. When Melissa was older and had her own family, she also dealt with domestic abuse, and she feared the impact it had on her children. All right. She said, I got 4 daughters. She says, I don't need my girl seeing that. And I definitely didn't want my son thinking it's okay for a man to go smack a female in the face. And I agree. Young also struggled with providing stable housing. After an altercation with another parent, her kids were taken away. including Shamika. Shamika is Relisha's mother, and Ashley is Relisha's aunt. Okay. Now, while in foster care, Shamika and her siblings didn't have the easiest time. Shamika struggled with all types of behavior issues, and she was placed in a mental health facility for children. Her sister, now remember, Shamika is Relisha's mother. Okay, don't forget that. Now, Shamika's sister Ashley had her own challenges. When she aged out of foster care, she had nowhere to go and stayed at DC General, the shelter Relisha disappeared from years later. Her stay was short. She said, I wasn't able to get to sleep. People were stealing stuff. I pretty much left and stayed on the street until I got my own place. Now, Antonio, Relisha's stepfather, is the oldest of 9 siblings and also grew up in foster care. When he was 12 years old, his 2-year-old sister was killed by his mother's boyfriend. The loss of his sister had an impact on his ability to process trauma and express grief. He said, when I was a kid, I was quiet. I had a lot of stuff in. That's another reason why I am always angry. After that, Antonio lived in a series of foster homes. One experience stands out in his mind. He said one staff member even burned me on the shoulder with a cigarette. Okay, so that is just some things that the family itself was going through, and so I guess that would give us some type of understanding, or to try to make us kind of understand where the mom was going through, what Relisha's mom was going through, because like I just told y'all, Relisha and her mom was also in the shelter because they were homeless. And I think I remember them saying that her mom was struggling as well. You know what I'm saying? Um, and there's just a lot of stuff that they took the little girl through being so young. Okay, let me see what they said on this, because these people don't never go into a strict thing or anything. Okay, let me y'all. So so look, when she reported, I think the mom, I'm trying to think when the mom called the police, if I can remember. When the mom called the police, I think, which was days later, I believe. I can't remember. Because I think Relisha was missing for like 18 days. Okay, then I guess the mom was trying to contact Tatum and could never get in contact with him. Because on this article that I'm looking at right now, it's telling me and everybody else who is reading this that Relisha was seen on surveillance video walking next to a man in a hotel room. Then days later, see, the first time they saw her was on February 26th in 2014 in Washington, D.C. She was seen on surveillance video walking next to a man in a hotel room. I guess the hotel they were at, I don't know. Days later, on Saturday, March the 1st, Relisha was seen again on surveillance video with the same man. The man that she was with was someone who was familiar with her, and so was her family. Because, like I told y'all before, he friended her. He befriended her at the shelter. He was a staff member at the local homeless shelter where Relisha and her family lived, which was DC General. So they were saying this was no abduction, this was not a kidnapping, but it is, okay? And then I was telling y'all before, this same man who allegedly kidnapped her, um, he ended up killing his wife, okay? And this is something else crazy. I'm reading this article right now, and it said that the mom wasn't even aware that her daughter was missing. And that's crazy, okay? because I guess she wasn't aware of her daughter being missing because she trusted this man and didn't, she gave this man the authority to basically take, have her daughter, not, take care of her daughter because her mom could not take care of her daughter like she needed to be, I guess, can provide for her. And she probably felt that this man could do all of that. And this is one of the videos right here of Relisha walking with this dude who turned out to be a felon. He lied about some things. He was a daggone felon. That's him right there if you can see it. Yeah, he turned out to be a felon and he had lied. He had lied to them, okay? Let's see what they're saying right here. Let's see what they're saying right here. Okay, these people giving their own personal stuff, so I'm not going to read that. Let's see. Okay, let's go. Let's see. They going through the whole world. Y'all, bear with me 1 minute, please. Okay, because they're going through everything, okay? And I'm not going to read all this. Okay, I will tell you some things about her, though, just so you can know. She was born on October 29th, 2005, okay? She was a very social little girl, so that's why she probably, took a liking to this man. And that's why he probably started talking to her, too, because he saw how social she was, friendly and stuff. And so he started talking to her and stuff. She also liked taking photos, cheerleading, dancing, and going to school. She has a big sister in three. Wait, no. She was a big sister to three boys, her little brothers. Her siblings in 2014 were 7, 5, and 4 years old. So her mom had a lot of kids. Okay. They said Relisha loved school, especially art and crafts. She went to Furby, Hope, and Payne Elementary School. Now that school is closed, y'all, okay? It closed back in 2014. And they said that all throughout her short life, she faced adversity and just straight up neglect, okay? Now we're going to tell you about the case. They're going through the whole thing, so I'm not going to read all of this, okay? Let's go ahead. They got to go into her background. We already talked about her mom and her family members. Let's see. Let's see. We're not going to go behind the thing. So, but I will tell you this. Prior to being in a homeless shelter, DC General was a hospital for nearly 200 years. It was founded as the Washington Infirmary in 1806 on a $2,000 grant from Congress. Okay, we're just going to leave that right there because they're going into everything. Okay, let's see. We're not going to go into the vicinity. Oh, this is her mom right here, Shamika Young. Let me show y'all a better picture of her so y'all can see her. That is her mom, Shamika Young. Okay. Okay, let's see. We're going to go down, okay, because they're going through the whole thing. And we're not going to talk about her mom again. Let's see, but we will. Let's see. So her, you know what? Relisha, what's her name? Her mom was arrested for assaulting a police officer. Okay, I can tell you that. And in 1995, she was convicted. And then Shamika, who is Relisha's mom, was sent back to live with her grandmother. And then they ended up finding themselves in foster homes, in and out of foster homes, and then eventually being homeless. So her mom had a pretty rough life, okay, as well. She had a pretty rough life. Here she is again, right here, y'all. That's her mom. Okay. Um, I'm not gonna read her whole story though, because they going through the whole thing, man. So I guess this is the hotel room they stayed in at the shelter, or the hotel. This is probably the shelter. I don't know for sure. I don't know. So this is the shelter, I guess. Okay. They got all their pictures up here. Gosh, dang. They telling you everything. I'm not gonna even read that though, because it's not even relevant. I don't even know why they're going into all this stuff. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now let me get into her mom. Okay, now Shamika's traumatic upbringing carried over and mimicked her very own childhood. Okay, so social workers had investigated Shamika first in 2007 for neglect and abuse of her children. The files communicated that the neglect and abuse consisted of injuries to Relisha and one of her brothers. And then they said the children were living in a very unkept, I don't want to say, I'm just going to say unkept housing conditions that may not have been deemed livable. The kids didn't have much supervision. They did not have enough food. And there was a lot of verbal abuse. So they said that Shamika and her family had 5 years of housing um, problems. They didn't have a place to live, okay? They also had housing subsidy, and 5 different landlords filed cases for lease violations. It was also mentioned that Relisha would come to school unkept. She would show obvious signs of not being bathed, her hair would not be done, and her clothing was often dirty. This is how she would go to school, complete neglect for her child. And this is why that man started preying upon this little girl, because he knew that what her mom wasn't doing. Hey, Ben Walker, thank you for coming in. He knew, okay? So Relisha, I'm sorry, she lived in a neighborhood in Northeast DC where then the 2-year-old Relisha lived with her mother Shamika, and that's where I guess they met Shamika's boyfriend. Okay, I'm not going to go into all these places they live. I don't know why they feel like they need to go into everywhere they live, but I'm gonna show you one place. Some of these articles we just doing too much. Okay, damn, they stayed at a lot of places, y'all. They even stayed at let's see, they spent a night at the Virginia Williams Family Resource Center, which is a shelter. Um, the Days Inn on New York Avenue. They lived in that motel from 2012 to 2013 before going to the DC General. Man. And that was also the last place Relisha was seen with the Tatum dude, on March the 1st, 2014. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Okay. So they lived a lot of different places. So again, let me show you what this man looked like. Now, there's no damn way I would have let my daughter stay with this dude. You can look at him to tell ain't something ain't right. I don't know why people don't be looking at these people and seeing them for what they are. You can tell something ain't right with this dude. There is no way he would have been talking to my daughter, yet alone me letting my daughter stay with this man. No way. Okay. So anyway, let me just tell you about him because they do be tricking people. Okay. Tatum, the dude I just showed you, the alleged kidnapper and possibly murderer, Tatum was very well liked and trusted between his network of people. Okay. His birth name is Carl Lee Tatum. But once he went to prison, he changed his first and middle name to Khalil Malik. I guess he became Muslim. He had married Andrea Kelly, and they had a daughter, Alexis Kelly. Alexis was the daughter of Andrea, and Tatum became her stepfather. They married in 1990, and Alexis was young when they got married. And that's him. So he served a lengthy sentence throughout his life. According to Alexis, his stepdaughter, he did 10 years in prison, and then 8 years in another place, then 2 to 3 years at one point. Tatum served time for burglary, larceny, and breaking and entering. Both Tatum and his wife had their own struggles with poverty, drug addiction, and incarceration, but seemed stronger together and loved each other very much, especially with being married for 2 decades. Because he was in and out of prison, Andrea was said to be on her own a lot. Andrea, his wife, had a lot of friends and described by her daughter as social and always laughing. Even with his prison stints, Tatum was still admired by family, friends, and even the staff at DC General. But I thought they didn't know he was in jail. Okay. His network of people knew a different side of him, one that would make his involvement and face on the news related to Relisha seem impractical. But his actions proved otherwise, and possibly a life that many, even his closest friends, might have not known about. And that's why you got to watch these people, I'm telling you. And see, this is him right here with this little girl. Look at this. This is sad, y'all. Back in 2014 at the day's end. This damn man. Now, at the DC General Family Shelter, y'all, he was always referred to as Mr. Tatum, in also known as the Godfather. Okay. The small children in the teen residence there would call him Godfather because he would go around befriending, I guess, the kids and stuff and making them feel like love and, like a lot of people do, you know. Tatum was hired by employer Community Partnership for the Prevention of Homelessness, a nonprofit organization that operates the shelter under contract with the city. From there, his position was set at DC General. He was initially hired as a part of the kitchen staff at DC General, but later was transitioned to a janitor position, which allowed him to be even closer to the children. He was extremely social with the children, like I said, which made the children and some of the parents who were there trust this dude. Okay. So, not long after, Tatum then developed a relationship with Shamika. Shamika is Relisha's mom. And he also made a relationship with the entire family. Okay. There was a policy that instructed parents or guardians to always accompany their children when they enter into the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This was, however, not always the case with Shamika. There were times, many times, that Relisha accompanied her younger siblings to get a meal without their mom, which was against the policy. Tatum noticed this and still served them or set food aside for the children and told other staff members that their mother is in the bathroom, which was definitely a lie. This is the first of many policies that were broken by the staff. I mean, by the shelter. And here, this dude is another picture, so you can see why he might have been able to trick some people. So they said in this article, it's not exactly clear how Tatum got so close to Relisha and her family, and we may never know the truth to that. Soon after, Shamika considered him to be a friend of the family. Then Shamika started referring to him as Relisha's godfather. Okay, just like other people there at that shelter. Okay. Tatum was known to perform grandiose acts of generosity to the children in the shelter. He would give them gifts, money, and sometimes quarters for the gumball machine. And other times, it was oddly much more. One time, he gave a minor an unwelcome gift. Sharon Woods and her 11-year-old daughter, both residents at the DC General at the time, had received a purple turtle. Okay. Tatum then showed Woods' daughters pictures of his turtles and promised her that he would bring her an old fish tank that he had. Instead, he brought her a brand new fish tank, which they thought was odd. Woods claims that she offered him money for it, but Tatum would not accept it. Then he offered to bring in gravel and plants to place in the tank, but she declined. Later, Wood's daughter brought a $20 bill back to her mom that was a gift to her from Tatum. Woods had addressed him face to face regarding the money. So Woods said, her daughter's 11. She's too young to be taking that kind of money from a man. He just looked at her and walked away. That's what she said. So that's weird right there. They said he forced his gift giving to residents in the shelter to gain their trust and also to be able to talk to these kids and make the parents trust him. Okay. They said that he really did not, at workplaces, you don't really supposed to be doing all that. Okay. So he did break the fraternizing policy. Okay. And clearly the hospital was not enforcing that either. Okay. Now let's go down right here. So let's see. I'm going to skip over this right here. So to the staff there and to the kids and their families, Tatum was described to be a clean-cut guy. He was always well-dressed. He wore designer clothes, and he wore a suit and a tie. He also drove a burgundy SUV with a Washington Redskins sticker in the front window with vanity plates that read Khalil. And his SUV was always super clean. Tatum also had another vehicle that he would drive. Okay. This lady keep on adding all her personal stuff. I'm not going to read none of that. Let me see. So this is one of his cars right here. They showing all these pictures of everything. This is one of his little vehicles. He was doing all this stuff, but he was a damn weirdo. That's why you can't be looking at what people got and things like that and the type of cars they drive and because they wear designer clothing or nice clothing or got a little money. You can't be looking at that and trusting your kids around them and trusting them around yourself either. Okay. Okay, so they said what's interesting is that his prison rap sheet and extensive stints in prison alone should have completely and automatically disqualified him from having any position at the shelter or any shelter. And I thought that I had read that they did not know that he had went to prison. That's what I thought when I was looking up this article, or either when I heard somebody else talking about it on YouTube. I thought they said that they did not know that he had a prison, that he was in prison before all these times. I don't believe they knew. Let's see what they're saying here. Okay, it says Sue A. Marshall did in fact confirm that he worked for the group, but did not know when he started working at the shelter and declined to comment further about him. Let's see. Now, they said the shelter did not hire him directly, but an organization did. But I believe he probably just didn't tell them. I don't believe that they knew. I just really don't. And here's this little girl right here again. She was a cutie pie. Here she is right here again, y'all. So they said as Tatum grew closer to Relisha and her family, he was given access to her through her mother, Shamika. Okay, I told you before that her mom, you're right, Missy, gave this man access to her daughter. Her mom, Shamika, allowed her little daughter, Relisha, to go out with this man. And he would take Relisha places, okay? They would go to the park, to the movies, shopping, even trips to his home to play with his grandchildren, and sleepovers too. Okay? Now, who does this? And then they said later on Wednesday, February 26, 2014, there was also a trip caught on surveillance video with Tatum and Relisha in a local Holiday Inn Express, which has since changed its name to Hotel Arbitorium and possibly under new ownership. I don't know why they're saying all this. Who cares? Okay. And then they also saw him at Days Inn. And why was he at the hotel with this little girl? God, why was he in these hotels, at these hotels with this little girl? And the sad thing about it, um, the mom did not even know that he was taking her to the hotel until the police got involved. And it was the elementary school that realized she was missing. They said that, see what, listen, this is a crazy case, y'all. It says, according to Antonia Shamika's fiance and stepfather, he was working in a job in Pennsylvania. So he would be gone for some time and not fully kept into the loop of what was going on with Relisha. He didn't even know where she was at. He did not have access to her own mother. He did not even know that his wife gave Tatum all that authority and all that access to his stepdaughter, period. And allegedly, he claims Antonio, the stepdad, said he told Tatum that he is not Relisha's godfather and to stay away from his daughter. He instructed Shamika, her mom, to keep her away from him. Now, it's not clear why this was said to Tatum. Of course, I know why it was said, but what made him say this to his face? Now, we don't know if this was told to Tatum before she became missing or after. Okay, so this is weird. This whole case is weird. They think that he had this interaction with Tatum before Relisha went missing, or before it was reported. Okay, so they said that Relisha hated the shelter. She called it a trap house, um, probably because of the poor living conditions and the environment surrounding the shelter. They say when you walk out the shelter, you can see the jail across the parking lot, and from the bus stop that the children were staying to go to school, you can see it. Plus, they said it was in a crime-ridden area, and they said patients were hanging around that was being treated at a methadone clinic nearby. They said a lot of stuff was going on at that shelter and around that shelter, so that's why Relisha hated that place. And they said she also shared um, I guess share things with a bunch of kids in the shelter. Okay. And then a lot of, so many kids there, their parents were going through a lot of traumatic situations. Some of them were on drugs and things like that. So she probably, I'm sure that the whole environment was just a hot mess. Okay. So let's go. So let's see. So here we go. Again, she was not reported missing until 18 days after her last sighting on Saturday, March the 1st. That's sad. And she was with Tatum. And they did say her mom saw Relisha on that day. And then the next day, on Sunday, March the 2nd, Tatum made a startling purchase. He went to Home Depot to purchase 42-gallon contractor trash bags, a shovel, and lime. On this day, he spent a significant amount at Kilworth Park and at Aquatic Gardens. Again, please keep in mind that Relisha is still not reported missing, nor is she known to be missing. Look at this. I told you he pretended to be a doctor. Okay, they said that Tatum went from being kitchen staff to a janitor, then to doctor. That's crazy. I know I had told y'all before that I heard in a YouTube video that he was also some type of doctor or something. Let me see. So at the school, the reason why, let's see. So the stepdad went to Payne Elementary School to pick up his sons. So while he was picking them up, he ran into the social worker, um, Mr. LeBone Workman, and I guess the social worker at the school must have informed the stepdad that his stepdaughter had missed a bunch of days of school. Okay. They said Relisha had missed 30 days of school for the year. Some were excused because notes were sent in. Because I think the dude Tatum had claimed that Relisha had some type of psychological issues going on. Okay. And that's the excuse that he gave to the school. Okay. Gosh. They said she missed 30 days of school in just a matter of only 2 months between January and February. So they said due to this, the school dropped the ball on keeping up with her attendance because actions should have been taken to follow up with her mother on the reasoning for her absence and prove that she was sick and under treatment. I said before that Tatum told them that she had some type of psychological issues or something, and that he was treating her. And they also said Shamika and maybe the grandmother sent in notes to excuse Relisha from school as well, and said that she was being treated for neurological conditions at the care of Dr. Tatum, which is that dude. And the notes were signed by him. And they did say Relisha had a history of headaches. So that's another reason why they probably believe the notes that Dr. Tatum, supposed to be Dr. Tatum, had wrote for her and signed and all that, and claimed that she had all these problems and things like that. Now, they said that her mom, Shamika, never even got her treated for her headaches. And they claimed that Dr. Tatum, likely knew this and played on that as his choice of treatment that he claimed that he was providing to keep her out of school like he was. Now, he probably kept her out of school because he was probably sexually assaulting her or something like that and didn't want the school to know. Now, the principal at Payne Elementary School said he felt something was strange. He instructed the social worker to visit the doctor at his medical office in person to obtain documentation. The school tried to contact the number that was on the notes that was sent in from Relisha's grandmother. And they was trying to reach Tatum, aka Dr. Tatum, asking him if he would fill out forms. Sources says Tatum told them to drop off the forms at the homeless shelter. So you know what? He was trying not to let them see Relisha in the first place. So don't tell him what he was doing to that little girl. And then with him possibly telling her that he really cared for her, and how people do, acting like he's her dad and things like that. Don't tell him. He had that little girl probably tricked and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So on Wednesday, March the 19th, Workman visited the shelter to seek out information to contact Dr. Tatum. To his surprise, the staff at DC General stated that they don't know a Dr. Tatum, but they do have a janitor by that name. Workman contacted the hotline for child abuse because in that moment he knew something was wrong. Relisha is then considered missing after all that damn time. Okay. So then within that same day on March the 19th, MPD, Metropolitan Police Department, and detectives got involved. They began questioning Relisha's family. Um, they questioned Shamika, the mom, Antonio, the stepdad, Melissa, which is Shamika's mother, and Relisha's grandmother, and they questioned Ashley, which is Shamika's sister and Relisha's aunt. Okay, let's see what else they say here. So look, and then they said the stepdad arrived in the middle of the questioning. Okay, and while there, the stepdad wanted to go outside to smoke a cigarette. He said, they said, according to his accounts, police had to escort him out while he smoked. Okay. While Antonio, who is the stepdad, was smoking, he remembers seeing Tatum pushing his cart that he would typically use during his shift at the shelter. Antonio approaches Tatum and asks, where is his daughter? Tatum replies that she is with his wife, Andrea, at his home and that he will go and get Relisha right now. Antonio also points out that Tatum's last words in that conversation were, I'm not trying to keep your daughter. But you know what? If you knew someone had your dead going daughter and you asking for them to bring your daughter back, would you keep on just being like he was? Wouldn't you be like, let's go to your house right damn now, let me go get my daughter before I mess you up? Now somebody said that they said that they have their question, their reasonings why they don't think the conversation ever happened. They said, how could it, when the officer had escorted him outside to smoke? This would also mean that while the family was being interrogated, Tatum was still working and carrying on with his regular duties. Okay, so I don't know. But anyway, this is Tatum and his wife taking this picture right here. They always look like they a happy, loving family, and behind closed door, they don't be. And he's a damn a weirdo, okay? So anyway, they said later that night, still on Wednesday, March the 19th, Tatum, his wife Andrea, and other individuals checked into room 132 at the Red Roof Inn in Oxon Hill, Maryland, at around 10 p.m. And Relisha was not with them at this time, nor seen anywhere in the vicinity. So where was Relisha? Did he already kill her allegedly? They said based on surveillance footage, after they checked in, the three other people all left the room just before midnight, leaving Andrea and Tatum in the room together. Let's see. Then they say shortly after in the early morning on Thursday, March the 20th, at around 6 a.m., one of the three individuals returned back to the motel to pick Tatum up. And this individual then drives him to Southern Avenue Metro Station in Hillcrest Heights, Maryland, which is a short few seconds walk to enter into Southeast DC. This is the last known contact with Tatum. So they said police were searching for Tatum. Police then searched the premises until they came across a woman with a shot to the head. The woman was Andrea, Tatum's wife. Her body was found in the bed at the Red Roof Inn Motel in Oxon Hill, Maryland. The wife was in bed, face down on her stomach, and the barrel was placed at her left ear. And the projectile went through her right ear. So they think she was asleep when he killed her. They don't know why he shot her, but they knew that it was him who did it because he was the only one at the hotel, and the surveillance cameras showed all of them at the hotel. But the thing about it, when the person picked him back up, did he question him where was his wife? Now, around this time, law enforcement went public with Relisha's disappearance. The FBI had offered a $20,000 reward for information leading to Tatum's arrest, and the Prince George Police Department offered an additional 25,000 reward for information leading to his arrest and indictment. Okay, so this is him when he got married to his wife Tatum. Look like the regular family. Look at that. That's sad. That's the little girl. That's him and her in the hotel room. Gosh. So they said that Tatum and his wife was pending a divorce. Okay. They said they were having marital issues. Um, and they said that his wife wanted to leave Tatum. Okay. And later on, it was found out that Tatum, the husband, was the one that actually filed the paperwork to start the process for a divorce on February the 7th, 2014. That was a little under a month that Relisha went missing. And that's tripped out. In the divorce papers, it lists Tatum as the defendant in the complaint. He checked boxes on the legal form indicating that the separation is mutual and voluntary, and that Tatum's have no marital property, and that he did not want his wife to pay him alimony or financial support of any type. So I guess the DC police officer got a warrant, and they observed a large sum of U.S. currency on a table in plain view. They also found two passports, multiple cell phones, $87 in cash, and children's clothes and shoes. That's a damn shame. That is sad. Let's see. So that's just a background on him, y'all. That's just this whole case is just basically crazy, for real. It's just a lot of things going on in this whole entire case that I just feel like, you know, even if the mom, the stepdad, should have been able to take control of this entire situation, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because he seemed like he was a little bit more mentally stable. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like he would have been able to, take control of the situation. But I guess if the mom wasn't being truthful with him, he didn't know, according to what I'm reading in this article. He didn't know a lot of stuff. That's sad. Let's see. So they didn't even issue an Amber Alert for a long time because they didn't know that she was missing. You know what I'm saying? So they said in order to issue an Amber Alert, they have to believe the child was kidnapped. That is crazy. Y'all, they did the first Amber Alert for Relisha on Thursday, March the 20th. And then they did another one on her on Saturday, March the 21st. The last Amber Alert, they made it stretch outside of the DC metro area. The first one was for the DC metro area. Okay. And it was 18 days that Relisha was missing. It was after 18 days. It's right after 18 days, of her being missing that they did the Amber Alerts, which was probably more than likely too late because he must have killed her allegedly before he went to that hotel because they said that they didn't see the little girl with him at all, nowhere. So and then he bought those trash bags right before that too, and a shovel. So he already taken care of the little girl, and then he must already had in his mind what he was going to do. Then he went to that hotel, and he figured he would off his wife. And then I guess when he started realizing that they was closing in on him, that's when he went out there and killed himself, because he probably was getting ready to leave, because that's why he had two passports and all the other stuff on the table, a large sum of money as well. He had it there because he was probably planning on leaving. Okay. I don't know if he was going to leave with his wife because he had two passports, right? Or if he was going to leave by himself and just have two different passports. But he might was going to leave with his wife at first, and maybe she wasn't cooperating, and that's probably why he killed her. That's what it sounded like to me. I'm just guessing. I don't know for sure because of course I would know. But I'm just saying, if he had two passports on the table, right, a large sum of money. Okay, so clearly he was planning on leaving and stuff. Okay, and the two were probably for him and his wife, right? And then something must have happened. Maybe his wife knew that he did that, to the little girl, or maybe she didn't know, but she was questioning him about the little girl, and maybe he felt like she was asking too many questions. Maybe he told her, and then maybe he felt like she was going to tell. Maybe she said she was going to tell, and that's why he did that. Killed her when she was asleep in the bed. I don't know. Let's see. Now the thing about it, they said the mom, Shamika, or her husband Antonio, which is Relisha's stepdad, never even officially reported Relisha as being missing. The police told them that their daughter was missing. And that's sad because she was probably thinking that Tatum was so trustworthy, she didn't even realize that her daughter was missing, point blank. And all this time, those 18 days, no telling what he was doing to this little girl. That is sad. Let's see. So let's see. So they said the law enforcement was playing a game of cat and mouse with Tatum. Tatum at this point was probably aware that he was a wanted man, and they had a warrant for his arrest, not only for killing his wife, but also for Relisha's whereabouts. Okay. And then on Wednesday, March the 26th, Tatum was added to the FBI wanted list. The FBI mentioned that Tatum may have traveled to or be in Atlanta. I don't know why they said they don't know why they believe he was in Atlanta. But they said that he could have had connections there. But why would you be running somewhere where somebody can find you at? And then on March 27th, they did a press conference. Okay. And they said that they was hoping that Relisha was still alive. Then they also said that her life might have been taken by Tatum. And because they were tipped off about Tatum's location and everything. And then they knew that he had bought that stuff from Home Depot. Home Depot on March the 2nd. The trash bags and the shovel. And he bought that a day after Relisha was last seen with him on surveillance video. That's damn sad. Okay, then they say on March the 28th, there were several agencies, including DC Police, the FBI, Montgomery County Police, Cadets U.S. Park Police, and the National Park Service. They all was searching for Relisha. Yeah. And they did that search for 16 hours on the first day, and they continued that search days after that. Okay, many days after that. And then they said that The reason why they were doing the search is because somebody tipped them off about a potential grave site within the park. Then on March the 28th, DC Police Chief Kathy Lanier had mentioned that Tatum had contact with several young girls at the shelter, and they don't know what type of contact he had with them, um, and if it was through conversation, gifts, or whatever. Because, like we said before, he was known to give trips, gifts, all types of things to these little kids, and to some of the family members. Okay, so then they said that on March the 28th, the hotel room that Relisha was last seen with Tatum was searched, room 245 at the Days Inn on New York Avenue in DC. Then on Tuesday, April the 1st, 2014, police were searching um, the parks for evidence. They came across a grisly discovery. Khalil Tatum was found in a storage room at the park with a self-inflicted shot to the head. The same firearm and ammunition used on himself was identical to the same used on his wife, Andrea. It is believed that Tatum's body may have been there for 36 hours. So they believe that he may have took his life right before the search at the park, probably hours right before. And they just, you know what, y'all, they never did find anything. Let me see, did they find anything? So look, so around April of 2014, the same month when Tatum's body was found, a grand jury held a roundtable discussion to press charges against Relisha's mom, Shamika, due to obstruction of justice. They said that Shamika assisted Tatum with him posing as Relisha's doctor and assuring that she is safe even after 3 weeks after being reported missing. On March the 1st was said to be the last time Shamika saw her daughter. She never reported her missing out of fear that her other children would get taken away since she already had a case filed with neglect and abuse inflicted on her children. And they said, remember, she and her family were informed by law enforcement that Relisha is missing. So on April the 4th, there was a short surveillance video clip that showed footage of a man who they believe may have answers in Relisha and her whereabouts. Officials pleaded with the public to identify the man. However, he was identified and ruled out by police. It's not clear why this man was shown to may have been involved or have information, but he was cooperative and ruled out. At this time, search efforts slowed down after finding Tatum's body. Still, no signs of Relisha. Even still today in 2022, no signs of Relisha. That is so damn sad. So, what did he do with her? Okay. So, anyway, y'all, after a year after Relisha was reported missing, in March 2015, a judge rules that Relisha's three brothers, aged 8, 6, and 5, will not be returned to the custody of their mother, Shamika Young, and that all three boys will remain in foster care. The judge voiced mental health concerns for Shamika Young, Antonia Riller, Relisha's stepfather, and her father, Irvin Rudd. Damn, so they said that all of them got mental health concerns. Damn. And they said Rudd was charged and convicted for the demise of his child in 1992. We already told you about that. Gosh. So they got all of them on what did I say? Let's see. No, the judge voiced mental health concerns for Shamika, the stepfather, and Shamika's father, in Irvin Rudd. Damn. Okay. All these facts, man. It's a lot of facts here. So I don't know. I honestly believe that the man did it. Okay, point blank. I believe that Tatum, when he bought those trash bags and stuff, he had already had in his mind that he was going to kill the little girl. No telling what he did to her and things like that. And he probably took her and buried her somewhere that they don't know. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, I don't know why he killed his wife, but it could be many, many reasons. You know what I'm saying? And then he killed himself because he did not want to go to jail, back to jail, to prison, possibly death penalty. So he just offed himself. But I know one damn thing. This is a shame. The entire case was a shame. And I just don't understand why hey, how you doing? I don't understand why any mom would let some dude take care of her child. I just don't. I don't care how successful he might look or how nice he is. Sometimes it's just better to stay at the shelter with your children and take care of your children yourself. You shouldn't even be letting nobody be all that close to your kids. Not a man, not a woman, anybody. You don't know these people. That's sad. These people got a whole thing ran down about this mom. Tatum served about, y'all, he was a convicted felon who served around 20 years and possibly more in on prison. He was a damn thief. Okay. He was charged with breaking and entering. He had engaged in larceny, just every damn thing. And I'm still trying to figure out why the organization did not know this. Did they not run a background check on this guy? Because he should have never had that position there, ever. And then the shelter itself was allowing this damn employee to walk around talking to the kids. That should have been a no any damn way. That's weird. I agree. That is mine too. You shouldn't even be letting this man fraternize with these kids. Okay, he's an employee. He shouldn't even be doing all this. It's not even appropriate. And then buying them gifts, he should have been fired because I'm sure they knew he was doing this. To keep little close. I would never. I had children. I'm going to raise them and teach them everything. I agree with you. And just because somebody come to work well dressed and got nice cars and talk all nice and all this stuff, it doesn't mean you need to leave your kids around these people or let them go home. She remember the mom was letting him take her daughter out of the shelter to what, the restaurants, shopping, to his house for sleepovers. No telling what this man was doing to that little girl. Okay, but why did he even have to kill her though? He gave them even money too to the girls at the shelter. You know what? That is weird. They should, everybody at that damn shelter need to be charged. The mom allowed this man to be with her daughter for days at a time. That is weird. And see, this is what I said, that the wife, Andrea, probably had information on Relisha's disappearance. She was a key witness. I said that myself before I am even reading this. And you know what? I believe that's why he took her life, because she probably was threatening that she was going to tell. You know what I'm saying? Or acting like she might be convinced to tell. So therefore, he just went on to kill her so she wouldn't tell. But the thing about it, if he knew he was going to kill himself, he didn't have to kill his wife then, because he went to kill himself. That's stupid. He must be clearly a little insane too. Because look, If you are going to kill yourself, why would you kill your wife? Or he could have killed his wife because he's just plainly selfish. But the man probably was insane himself. He probably had some mental issues going on. Yeah, this is suspicious anyway. You see somebody in the store buying Home Depot, y'all need to do better. If you see a person in your store buying contractor bags, a shovel, lye or lime, you should already automatically be notifying the police because that's weird. These are the things that you use when you want to get rid of a body, okay? That's common sense. They said lime helps a body to deteriorate quicker. So they should know that. When you see somebody doing this at a store that you work at, y'all need to be calling some damn body. You know, good and well that's not damn normal. You know what I'm saying? Who really goes out and buy all this shit all together? That's very strange. Let's see here. That's very strange. This little girl could have been saved, in my opinion. Let's see what you say here. School was a program to see how many adults would send their kids to sit in front of a stranger all day. Parents, they sure, yeah, you're right. I agree. But some parents don't need no kids. You know what I'm saying? They should have parenting classes for every female and male. They should make them take them mandatory as soon as they get in the damn 11th grade. For real. Look at this shit. I didn't even know this right here, y'all. Look, they said before Relisha is formally reporting missing in March 2014, both Shamika and Antonio, the stepdad, were seen on his Facebook account posting and boasting with a large stack of money, a new cell phone, and expensive shoes. And I'm wondering if that dude, Tatum, gave them this. So they think that Relisha could have been possibly sold. Then they say Melissa, Relisha's grandmother, comes forward to refute that rumor and that the money is the result of from a Social Security disability check and a tax refund. There was also $4,000 that Shamika received from an insurance settlement related to a car accident. I don't know where she got the money from. The thing is, it doesn't matter because if your child, you should be thinking about what your child is doing with this damn strange ass man. You know what I'm saying? And if at that time, if she was reported missing, I don't remember, she should have been more concerned about that than sitting up here posing with some fucking money on a bed. And then I'm thinking that the dude got a little bit more sense, but I'm seeing now that he is just as dodo bird as she was. Gosh. So, in my opinion, um, a lot of people felt this little girl, the mom especially, okay, the damn shelter definitely, okay, the stepdad did too, and the other family members did too. Everybody felt this little girl, okay. For starters, she should have never been even allowed to be associated with this fucking dude. Okay, for real, and never be accepting all these daggone gifts from this dude. Because I don't care about you grew up in poverty and you struggle. That should make your ass know better. Because you did go through poverty. You did go through struggles. You was homeless. You should already know what you should do with your child. Just based on the things that you went through. Let's see. Parents say, I can't wait to school. I need a break. But don't know nothing. They teach it. Now in school, they ask them what to do. What do they want to identify as? And don't tell parents. I agree, they do. Definitely. But that's why it's up to parents to talk to their children every day about school and what's going on in school. Okay? Talk to them, find out, what's going on in school. Um, know about your kids' friends and meet them and their family members and everything. I did that with my kids. I knew their friends and everything, and the friends' parents too. Not all of them, but a lot of them I did. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, in this case right here, I just believe that they failed this girl entirely. Okay, point blank. And my condolences are extended out to people who actually cared about her. And my prayers are extended out to people who actually cared about her, point blank. And it's a daggone shame this little girl had to go through all this. And she I'm sure she looked at Tatum as a father figure. She thought this man really cared for her as a dad. And the sad thing about it, if he would have just been right mentally and wouldn't have been a predator and everything else, and a murderer and everything else, he could have been a good person for her if he wouldn't have been like he was. That's a damn shame, you know? And he's not bad just because he went to prison. He's bad because that's in his whole damn character. That's in his mind. That's why he was bad. Because plenty of people went to prison. They're not going to kidnap a child and possibly rape the child and then kill the child. So that's in his mental, his mind. He was like that anyway before he even went to jail, point blank. He was like that anyway. That's why he stayed in and out of prison, in jail. He was always messed up in the mind. Let's see what you say here. No, they do. I agree. It starts at home. But if you're sending your kid to sit with a stranger longer than they sit with you, nope, got to look at the parents. It starts at home. But yeah, it does. It definitely starts at home, period. But in this case with this girl right here, she never got the real chance to have a real home like she should have been, okay? Because her mom, I don't know, her mom was suffering from probably mental things too. And then everything that she went through with her parents and stuff, I don't know. People, you would think somebody would learn from, because they went through stuff with their parents, but some people just don't, and this did not happen in 1980 or 1970. This happened in what, 2014? People knew back in 2014, you knew that people was like, a lot of people, not a lot, but some people do prey upon kids, okay? And they use grooming methods. This is not something that's secretive, especially not back in 2014. In my opinion, the mom should have known, point blank. You know what I'm saying? This man, just from the start, I could tell, just looking at his picture, he couldn't be trusted. He just couldn't be. For me, he wouldn't be able to be trusted. I wouldn't have a man around my kids anyway. Fuck that. Whether we're in the homeless shelter or not. The whole thing is weird. And I'm going to say it again, that shelter, thank God, is closed. I think they said it's closed because every single person that worked there that knew about this should also be in trouble. Every single person. Because they saw this man giving these kids gifts and shit. They knew that this man was approached by another parent for giving her daughter money and things like that. They knew this, and they still allowed this pervert to work there. And then what damn shelter lets their employees take a child home? I don't give a damn if the mom did okay that. Shit, that's grounds to be calling Child Protective Services to let them know what the mom did. Shh. You're right. Some parents do not deserve kids. Which picture you want me to show? The little girl, some parents, do not need kids. Okay, they need to force some to get their tubes tied or some shit, or I don't know, men too. Do whatever they got to do to him. Because some people don't need to make babies at all, period. Okay, Lisa. So this is the little girl, and then they did an age progression, in case she's still alive, but we know she probably isn't. Okay? Because this man probably killed her and buried her somewhere. That's Relisha. Okay. This is Relisha, I guess, and her siblings. I'm not sure. The little kids there. I think the top picture may be Relisha, and then the bottoms are her brothers. And that may be her mom right there. I think that is her mom. And this is this guy. This is this guy right here who was a person of interest, but they couldn't find anything to charge him with or anything, and they claimed that he didn't know anything. I don't know how true that is though, but let's see any more pictures. Here's Relisha again. She look happy right here. Sad for this little girl right here. I didn't even get a chance to go over my other cases because this little case right here took so long because it's just a damn shame. And this is Tatum. Tatum with his then wife, well, with his wife before he killed her, obviously, when they got married. He did his ass kicked. That's a good thing he did off himself. And then that's him, Tatum, with Relisha, when he done took her and shit. And they was at the hotel. And that's Relisha right there. Let's see. And this is the hotel where he killed his wife at. That's the hotel where Tatum killed his wife at, because she probably knew some information about the whereabouts of Relisha, his murder ass. And this is him right here with his wife, Andrea. That's Andrea, and that's Tatum, who was in prison for more than 20 years. Let's see. And then this right here is the DC General Family Shelter. However, it is not called that now, but that's what it looked like then. And it was across the street from a jail, or not a jail. Yeah, a jail. And it was also by a place where druggies go and get treatment, you know, when I guess when they trying to get off drugs or whatever. I don't know, because I don't know about all that stuff, but I think something like that. And this right here is the school she went to, one of the schools that Relisha went to. Actually, they got all the pictures on here. And then you got, let's see, this is Freak again at this hotel with this little girl. Knowing him, he probably paid Gator money. I don't know. Here's Relisha here. This is a cute little picture of her right here. It's a cute little picture of her. That's her right there. Cute little girl. She was happy in that picture too. Look at her. That's a cute little picture. She looks like her mom. This is Tatum again with the little horse. They said everybody liked him and stuff. He seemed friendly. Looked like he had all his stuff together. As you saw in that picture, him and his wife, they look like a regular couple. But you can't go on that these days. This is one of his cars, Tatum's cars. Okay. And then you got, let's see. This is another picture of this fucking dude right here. And then, let's see. I don't even show this damn man. Here's another picture of him. When they seen this picture right here, they should have known you couldn't trust this ass. And that's on everything. Okay, let's see what else. And I think this is where one of the places where Relisha lived at. This is one of the places where Relisha lived at with her mom. And possibly her stepdad too. I can't remember. And again, this is Relisha. And then here's another picture of her right here. Yeah, cute girl. Okay. And here's a picture of her mom, Shamika. Okay, this one case took the whole time of me being online, but that's okay, because this was the most one that I really wanted to talk about first. It's a damn shame. And I guess this is some of the gifts that the man was buying this Relisha. I don't know. That's Relisha right there. Probably some of the gifts he was buying for her. I'm not sure. She was happy to get that stuff. It's a damn shame. And I think this is the DC family, General Family Shelter back then, what it looked like. The thing about what pisses me off is the fact that even though you're in the shelter, right, and you may have problems yourself, this is the mom again. When you have kids, y'all, it's up to you as the parent to do what it takes to get yourself straight so you can be able to take care of your kid efficiently. Okay. And the thing about it, even if she wasn't in that position to do that, that damn shelter should have been there along with caseworkers to help the family better than what they did. So again, I blame a whole lot of people for the things that happened to this little girl, point blank. I think the entire system just really failed her, including her parent. Okay, point blank. They just failed her. Because even if you do have things going on, issues or whatever with your childhood or whatever, when you start having kids, you should already be focusing on how to get yourself right. And just say if you can't get yourself right, then it's up to the state or somebody to notify the state so they can help you. But you can't, these people don't even do their jobs correctly. Point blank. They just don't. Let me read some of these messages right here. Let's see. Am I the only one who thought the mom may have been selling? That's what they said, Elisa. They said she possibly could have done that. Now, I don't know. They post on Facebook some stuff, so a lot of money, and people were saying that that's what they thought. But then the mom said, which is, I'm talking about Shamika's mom, which is the grandmother of Relisha, said, no, the money they was posing with was from taxes and disability and some other stuff. So I don't know. Because the thing about it is that I don't give a damn where the money was from. Okay, the thing is, if your child was missing during this time you was taking these pictures, you should not be on Facebook posing with shit. And even if your child wasn't missing at that time, you still should be on Facebook posing because you got your child staying with a fucking man. A man. Yep, that's true. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but you can't think about it though. What's really normal? It's a lot of people who look normal. Okay. And be doing the most. Okay, you can't really look at what people look like because you got some people out here that don't look normal and won't be doing nothing to your kid and be some of the nicest people, and then you got people who look normal and they be damn lunatics. Okay, so you can't really go by looks and how much money somebody got, how many cars they got because they got a wife or husband, they look good or whatever. You can't go by that. Okay, shit, because you can't really be trusting these people out here. Period. Especially around your kids. I don't think she's here either. I think he killed her, and I think he buried her body in his ass, killed his wife, then he killed himself. But I believe he was planning on leaving because he had two passports there, okay, and a large sum of money. So he was planning on leaving and possibly with his wife if she would have cooperated. And this is all allegedly because I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing, you know. And then he probably killed his wife because she probably was acting like she may tell. Maybe she even threatened him about it because, she did want a divorce or either something else happened. Okay. You know, you're right, definitely. But like I said, my condolences to this little girl if she's deceased. I don't know, just say for by some miracle that he did not kill her. Um, I don't know where she could be at. You know what I'm saying? Because if she was alive, don't you think she would be saying something right now? So I don't know. I just honestly believe that's what he did, and I hope they find some evidence to get closure on this case because as of right now, she is still reported missing. Okay, point blank. And it's sad that he took his own life, but he didn't get away with it. Okay, whether he believed in God or not, he did not get away with it because wherever he is right now or later on, trust me, he is going to remember what he did, and that's on everything because he didn't get a chance to ask for forgiveness. You know, I don't even believe he would ask for forgiveness. Even if he did, he probably didn't mean it because he went right back out and killed his own wife and then himself. So he will, if he hasn't already, get his payback. Because like the Bible say, like God says, vengeance is his. So there you go. And it doesn't matter if somebody believe or not, if other people believe in it or not. Okay. Because in reality, when you die, that's not the end. All right. Point blank. So watch what you do here on earth because you just never know. And so he will definitely reap all that he has done to this little girl and to his wife and to himself. Point blank. And like I said, it's sad that the mother even allowed this creep to be around her daughter, point blank. That's why I like doing stories like this. But like I said, it's very important to keep people informed of, things like this because, in our world today, we do have things like this happening all the time. You know what I'm saying? And just because it's not happening in your life or whatever the case is, it doesn't mean these things don't happen. You know, every day people become missing. There are so many children missing as well as grown people of all ages, all races, all genders. So that's why it's very important to watch your surroundings, watch who your kids talk to school your children to the best of your ability, and to really get to know people before you allow them to be around you and your kids. Because somebody looks good, because someone talks good, because someone has a good career or a good business or a good job, they're married, got a good looking wife or husband, or because they're nice and giving you gifts and talking all this good talk and you drive nice cars, it doesn't mean that they are good people. Point blank. Watch who you let your children be around. I mean, that's on everything. Watch who you let your children be around. Watch who you let your children be friends with. Watch who you let your children date. Period. That's why you try to maintain a good relationship with your children, a relationship where they can feel comfortable to tell you who they are, who they like, who their friends are, and things like that. When you do things like this, I'm telling you, it just lessens the chances of things happening. Granted, things can still happen, but it just lessens it. And that's just on everything. We got to be really good parents, okay? Point blank. If you can't, in my opinion, if you can't be a good parent, don't have children. It's easy. It's easy not to get pregnant. I don't know why people act like it's not. Oh, let's see. To feel the presence of another or be able to look at someone. No, they're not. Right. You should be able to. Yes, this is very sad, Missy. Right. I heard that before, y'all, about that. You just can never tell what these people be doing. Talking about Ellen who? Talking about the talk show host. So y'all, I didn't get a chance to talk about the other case, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow and we're gonna talk about let me see these other people names. We're gonna talk about let me get the other people. We're gonna talk about Kiara Coles, okay? We are going to talk about it's another person. I'm trying to think of his name. What is this dude's name here? We're gonna talk about Tamala. I'm sorry, not Tamala. Tamala. I forgot her name, her last name, but this is the lady who went on a sleepover with a bunch of other women, and she ended up allegedly falling off the banister or whatever and dying. But when they did the autopsy on her or whatever the case is, they seen other things, that other injuries that she had that does not say they happened. It doesn't say that it happened just from falling that off the patio. So we're going to talk about her case, and we're going to talk about Kiara Cole's case, and I think that's it because I think it was 4 of them. No, and we're going to talk about Theo Hayes, okay, who was on the beach and was missing. So we're going to talk about those 3 because I don't have time to talk about it tonight. Okay, but I'll come back tomorrow and we will talk about those 3 cases because I actually talked about this girl's case so long, but it was a damn trip. So I just wanted to talk about it more in detail. Would have showed the video, but I don't want to hear all that glitching and shit in it. So I try to tell you guys myself. But you can go on YouTube and you can type in her name, Relisha. Let me see her entire name. Relisha Rudd, Rudd. Type it in on YouTube and you can watch the videos about her and everything. and they can give you even more details about the entire case and stuff. So as of right now, they took all the kids from the mom, and they still haven't found Relisha anywhere, or nobody, or anything. Period. Okay. So let me go ahead and do roll call, and then we're going to get ready to end this, and then I'll be back tomorrow at 7 something, 7:15, 7:30, somewhere around that time. All right. So I made a mistake and blocked him. I made a mistake and blocked him, but I'm sure he'll come back under another profile. Let me stop so damn stupid, y'all. But we had a peaceful live tonight. Okay. I was over here controlling the blocking shit over here, y'all. I was doing my shit over here tonight. Okay, so let me see. Hold on, y'all. And it took my headache away some too. It took my headache away. A little anyway, it's still there, but not as bad as it was. But anyway, that was a mistake blocking though, but you know how that goes. So he can come back if he wants. But anyway, thank you for showing up. Also, thank you to Elisa for dropping by. Not dropping by, but staying here the whole time and communicating. You left a little bit, but I don't expect for you to sit through my whole life. You're so young, girl. So, I know. But anyway, thank you for coming back in. Okay. And I'm going to do this one. We're going to do this. Let me screenshot this. I'll do this one tomorrow too. Okay. We'll look him up tonight. And then we'll do him. We'll do this real quick so I can remember who this person is. Because, my ass will forget, y'all. I will forget. Am I recording this? I think I did. It was still on damn video. Let me just do a thing. I suppose I did another TikTok video tonight. I may do it when I come back real quick. I might. I don't know. I did my little walkthrough today too to put up. So I'm going to put that up. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a TikTok video tonight. I may try to do it. I don't know. But anyway, let's see who else is on here. This person is fake. We're not going to show this. So we're going to block this user coming up here with all these damn different things. Okay. So this boy is so damn stupid. It's ridiculous. Okay. Thank you so much, Missy, for being here, giving your support like always. Thank you, Ben, for dropping by. You always drop by just to say hey and just to show some support. Thank you so much, hon. All right. And all things novella. You know what a novella is? It's a short story. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like shorter than a regular book. You know what I'm saying? A novella. Thank you for coming in as well. And thank you to everybody in the bushes, including the trolls. All right. Thank y'all too, because when y'all come in, you also play a role in my watch hours in the views. Thank you so much. I don't know who has the time to be trolling though, damn. But I guess people bored with their life. So they get in and do trolling and shit and do things like that. All right. But anyway, y'all, don't forget to thumbs up this video. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And hit that bell notification to be notified of my upcoming video. And again, I will come on tomorrow to give you the rest of these cases. All right. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. You guys have a great Saturday night. Get you some sleep. Have a happy and blessed Sunday. Y'all, guess whose birthday is this week coming up? Shades Tube. Shades Tube birthday is Wednesday, y'all. Wednesday, y'all. My birthday is Wednesday, y'all. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. And y'all have a good one. Peace out. Y'all know what I'm about to do. And you know what, y'all? Forgot to do breaking news. I'll do that tomorrow, too. If I don't do it tomorrow, I'll do it Monday because we're going to go over these cases. Okay? See y'all tomorrow. Good night, y'all. Good night, y'all. Night, y'all. one quick question. One quick question before I leave. All Things Novella. What made you name yourself All Things Novella? What made you give yourself that name? Before we leave, I'm asking a quick question, real quick. What made you give yourself that name? If you still hear All Things Novella, what made you give yourself that name? Did that cat just go to use the bathroom? She is a stinking old creature. Damn. Oh, okay, 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 cool. All right. All right. I just wanted to know. Anyway, y'all, thank you for telling me. But anyway, y'all, good night. Good night, y'all. Woo. Good night, Elisa. Good night, y'all. I know y'all heard me talk about my cat, but good night. See y'all later. Peace out. See y'all tomorrow night.